Hi, hello everyone. Hi to all the legends in the classroom. कैसे हैं सब लोग? कैसे? जल्दी बता. I know that it is almost the end of the day. Tell me how the day was for everyone in the classroom. सब बढ़िया चल रहा है? अच्छे चल रहा है? With a smile on your faces. And also tell me how this chapter of ray optics is also going. Are you able to understand each and every topics? Are you putting your complete effort for learning this particular topic? Jaldi se bata de everyone. Myara और क्या अच्छे से सुगम तैरने आने if I reply you back in the same language of Malayalam. Legends are here. Good to see all my legends in the classroom, and I am expecting the total and complete energy from everyone in the classroom to learn this topic of ray optics. And you all know what you have to do. Jaldi se jaldi give me an amazing thumbs up in the chat box and do let me know that I'm audible and visible. Jaldi se everyone give me an amazing thumbs up, and those who love physics more, those who love Ameer sir more, instead of giving thumbs up क्या कर सकते हैं आप लोगों को? हाँ, you can give me a heart, a beautiful red color heart in the chat box. Very good, बढ़िया बात है. Very good, very good. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. So is my voice clear right now? Can you all listen to me? Hi Amar. Amar, the king of YT came. ये क्या है? Is my voice audible? Better than the previous class, Miara? Is it better than the previous class which you have attended? So that nobody will be having any trouble in listening to whatever it is. I did some technical things are being done. Okay, all the mistakes I try to make it perfect. It's perfect right now. Okay, Tanvi, very good. Yes, sir, all is perfect. Thank you so much. Now, whoever is coming for my class for the very first time, this is all about me. I have an experience of more than 3.5 years in the field of teaching JEE, NEET and board students. I am a BTech graduate from NIT Calicut in mechanical engineering and I am from Kerala. So मुझे थोड़ू थोड़ू ही हिंदी आता है. So I'll try to speak थोड़ू थोड़ू Hindi in between, but the entire concept explanation will be in English. Fine. Okay. So let's proceed. This is the schedule for this particular month till 24th of September. Right here we are on the 5th lecture where we'll be talking about the lens. Today we are going to start with lenses, so be careful. Tomorrow we'll be continuing with the lens, and on Friday, as you can see, the EMI topic which we have already completed, we are going to do the revision, which means formula revision will be there, which means all the formulas of EMI will be doing a revision. Then by using those formulas and the concept, okay, we'll be doing important MCQs as a mentee. So I'm expecting every one of you on Friday so that we can together learn this chapter of EMI, like I say, with a smile. So many top educators of this country are already there in Unacademy class 11th and 12th, which is teaching you. You are loving them. And if you don't want to miss any of the live classes, if you want to get all the alerts at the right time, you must be a part of the Telegram channel. The link is given right here. We are expecting every one of you. Jaldi se aa jaiye. Everyone knows that now in Unacademy class, which means not Unacademy class 11th and 12th, for your 12th standard, right, for class 12, the first term examination is going to be in a new exam pattern, which means you will be having multiple choice question and assertion reason type question. Hai ya nahi? Haan. Now, if you, before you go and write those exams, don't you need some practice? Yes, you need some practice, and that's why Unacademy, who is so concerned about all the Unacademians, all the students, right, we have started with the Emerge program. This is a weekly mock test happening for all the 12th standard based on the new exam pattern. So if you come and write every week for this mock test, you also think how much improvement you can see in yourself. Isn't it such an amazing program? Yes. And if you can get a very good mark also, which means that you are going to be super famous. How? Unacademy is in media handles, matlab YouTube, Instagram, you will be there everywhere. Wow. Famous हो जाएगा आप लोग, है ना? And these are the dates and the time. It is completely free. जल्दी से आकर enroll कर ले. Okay. Then I'll talk to you about why an academy subscription is very important and why you have to take it right now. It is very simple because in the Unacademy platform, we'll be teaching with a proper schedule targeting all the examinations such as board exam, JEE exam and the NEET exam. So Everything is going to be in super order and you can track all the topic that is being covered. So क्या हो जाएगा? The learning process will be super simple and इतना आसानी से you can learn everything. Top educators of the country are already there on the Unacademy platform. Don't you want to learn with them? Yes or no? बोल दे हाँ sir बिल्कुल. Don't you want to get mentored under them? Don't you want to get advices from them? Don't you want to talk to them? This is your best chance. Be a part of the subscription. Everything is possible. Then study materials will be given to you. Practice test and live test series will make you super confident and will bring the best out of you. For all these amazing features, you should be going for the Unacademy Plus subscription. And how much is it going to cost you? How much is it going to cost you? देख ले. For 1 month, for 12 month subscription per month, you have to pay 1,250. Will Ameer sir allow you to pay that much amount of money? No. क्योंकि मैं दे रहा हूँ आपका code AMB10. Use this code and get 10% of discount. Okay, use this. It is your right. Make sure that you are using this code of AMB10 and getting your 10% of discount. Along with the features I already have explained. Do you wish like, okay, we want more and more and more features while you learn with Unacademy? Yes, then it is the iconic subscription you should be going for. Kyunki you'll be given a personal mentor, someone to help you to tell how you have to study, what should be a schedule is, right? So for every academic activities, this person will be there with you. Live doubt solving classes, we teachers will come live and will be solving all your doubts. So that is a special feature for only iconic subscription. Then weekly reports will be given. So many such amazing features you can enjoy. And for the subscription for 12 months, it will cost you 2,333 per month. And क्या चाहिए आप लोगों को? चाहिए तो चाहिए, discount तो चाहिए, है ना? तो ले ले the code AMB10, use it, get 10% of discount. And I'm going to make your smile more and more brighter. How? Because this is a time of the offer going on, special price offer. If you are going to make that 12-month subscription, है ना? Along with the 10% of discount, ये 10% कैसे मिलेगा? Once you apply the code of AMB10. Additional 10% will be given to you if you are going to make the purchase between 18th to 24th of September. Okay, so jaldi kar le. Okay, so don't forget, this is an amazing offer. So this is all about everything. And now it's time for our today's topic. If you all are ready, let me see the same in the chat box. We are going to start with our classes. So class 12 का physics नहीं चल रहा है इधर. Of course we are going to take the ray optics. Ray optics class 12 का ही topic है. So yes, are you all ready? Of course Winder, of course you can complete. You have to give a bit more of effort, that's all. Let's start. ठीक है. So tell me, okay, tell me what was the topic we were having in yesterday's class, or which all topics we have covered in yesterday's class. Tell me. Yes, we have covered the total internal reflection in yesterday's class. How can you define this total internal reflection? If a light ray moves from the denser medium to rarer medium with an angle of incidence greater than critical angle, the light ray will be reflected back into the same medium. है ना? देख ले. Medium. This is denser medium, rarer medium. Right? This is a normal. So if you are having a light ray passing with an angle of incidence I greater than the critical angle, the light ray will be reflected back into the same medium, or this is what we call it as what? इसका नाम था total internal reflection, right? Okay. Now how to find out the critical angle? That also we have discussed. What was the formula? Sine of IC critical angle was n of rarer medium, मतलब refractive index of rarer medium to refractive index of denser medium. Okay, So very, very important. It was till here we have completed our chapter, and we have completed and understood the things. How many of you have revised this topic? सब रिवाइज किया इधर तक? अच्छे से रिवाइज किया है क्या? अच्छे से रिवाइज किया है ना सब लोग? Okay, so I think everybody have revised. So now let us go for the refraction from spherical surface. So refraction from planar surface कल के class पे, which means yesterday's class we have completed. You do remember under the topic of apparent depth, है ना? If you are looking at the bottom floor of the swimming pool, it feels lifted up. Or in the reverse case, if a fish from the denser medium is looking at a bird in the rarer medium, what happens? Its height increases. We all have discussed this. This was a refraction from a plane surface. Now we are going to discuss about, instead of plane, if it's a spherical surface, if it is a curved surface, how the refraction is going to happen. And even if the refraction happens, where can we get the image? All these things will be cleared in this particular session so soonly. Now, so let's say this is a curved surface. ये क्या है? हमारा curved surface है. I don't think we have to draw this big है ना? छोटा करेगा. Okay. So here we have a spherical surface, right? Okay. And let's say this is the center of this particular curved surface, and I am drawing a line passing through the center of the curved surface and the center of the curved part. Okay, let's call this as center of curvature C. I am drawing a line. What do we call this line? We already know it is called as principal axis, PA. Okay. Now my question, or what we are going to derive here is, if I am having an object here, if I am having an object here at this point, where can I get an image if this is a spherical surface? Spherical surface means this is a line of separation between two mediums of refractive index N1 and refractive index N2. Okay, this is the case. Now let's see where the image is actually forming here. So for image formation, we already know from the part of mirrors, क्या चाहिए? We need to take two light rays originating from the object. After refraction, wherever it meets, we'll have the image, right? So let us take two light rays. One of the light ray from the object, I am taking it along this way. If I take along this way, how will it be? It will be perpendicular to the curved surface. If a light ray is normal to the line of separation, will there be any refraction? Bending हो जाएगा? बिल्कुल नहीं. Without any bending, the light ray will be traveling S. And how I understood that? This is the normal point, because this is the center. A line drawn from the center to the curvature will be its radius, and radius will always be perpendicular to the curved surface. है या नहीं? बिल्कुल हाँ. Now this is one of the light ray. After refraction, it will go undeviated because it is perpendicular. We need one more light ray to find the image formation. Let us take one more light ray. This is another light ray from the object. ठीक है. And how will you find out what is the light ray, or how the light ray travels after refraction? क्या चाहिए? You need the normal. So draw the normal to the point. How will you draw? How can you draw a normal to the curved surface? Just now I have told you. Yes, you have to draw the radius. From where you have to draw the radius? Radius will be from center of curvature. ठीक है, तो radius तो कर लिया. And now you have the normal to the point. So the light ray, instead of going in this path, it will be bending towards the normal, and here these two light rays will meet where you have the image. Understood? This is how an image formation happens between a spherical surface which divides the two medium of refractive index N1 and N2. ये तो हो गया, figure तो हो गया, है ना? तो आधा काम तो हो गया. So you can have a small smile on your faces. Okay, the next thing what we have to do is, okay, the next thing what we have to do from here is how to find out the distance to the image. Distance to the image matlab V का value कितना है? How we are going to find out the distance to the image? matlab V का value if the distance from to the object is given, if u is given, how to find the value for v? Karega? Okay, you already have some basics from where, from the part of reflection we did some derivations. So we'll be using those concepts, some trigonometry, some geometry, ye sab mix karke we are gonna do this particular part of refraction from spherical surface. Kar le. Now for doing this derivation, we need to go for some angles. Let us use a black color. This angle I'm gonna mark it as alpha. Okay, this angle I'm going to mark it as beta, and this angle I'm going to mark it as gamma. Okay, we have to consider different triangles here. We have to mark the name of the triangles A, let's see, A, B, C, right? And then this is D, let's say, and this is a point E. Okay, this C, don't count it as the name for the triangle. This is the center of curvature. That C corresponds to center of curvature. This D is the name for the triangle we are naming. Bas. Okay. Now tell me, from the triangle ABC, from triangle ABC, tan alpha क्या हो जाएगा? Tan alpha will be equal to tan alpha opposite ये BC है ना, divided by adjacent AC. ठीक है. You know that if the angle is very small, tan of alpha can be approximated as how much? Alpha. What did I wrote? If the angle is very small, you have learned in your smaller classes, right? Tan of alpha can be approximated as kya? Alpha. Similarly, from triangle, ye triangle le le B. Triangle BCD. Ye BCD. From there, take tan of beta. क्या हो जाएगा? What is tan beta? Again opposite side BC divided by adjacent. ये क्या है? DC. Okay, BC by DC. And if angle is very small, tan beta can be approximated as beta. ये भी लिख लिया. Okay, बस. One more triangle we have to choose. वो triangle है, देख ले. Triangle BCE. BCE. I hope you all know why we are keeping on finding tan alpha, tan beta, tan gamma, because we are going to find an equation for the V, which is the distance to the image. Okay, so thoda geometry ka zarurat hi hai. So look into the triangle BCE. From triangle BCE, ye gamma, tan of gamma, which can be approximated as gamma, will be equal to tan gamma is again BC divided by this is CE. CE, bas, ho gaya. Now it is done, right? So we have taken all the three triangles and we have written the equation for alpha, beta and gamma. Now we have to substitute in the equation of Snell's law and get the final equation for U and V. What is the Snell's law formula? Sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N1, है ना? N2 by N1. We already have discussed the angles we are considering is very small. So sin I can be approximated as I, sin R can be approximated as R. This is equal to N2 by N1. We are doing the approximation. Okay. So we can cross multiply and write N1I is equal to N2R. Now we have an equation here which connects I and R. But do we have an equation for I and R from the triangles we have considered? Right now we don't have, but we have to make. वो हमारा अगला duty है. करे करे कर ले. Just tell me, where can I find I here? Angle of incidence. This is the incident ray. This is the normal. So ये हो जाएगा I. Where is R here? This is the normal. This is refracted. This is R. Bas. Now tell me, how many of you know this rule? Okay, the sum of the interior angle is equal to exterior angle. 8th standard or 9th standard? Maybe भूल गया. But फिर भी you might be doing है ना? Exterior angle देख ले from triangle this A, B, D, the bigger triangle. The exterior angle I is equal to alpha plus beta, which are interior angles. Alpha plus beta. Alpha and beta we already know what is. BC by AC plus beta हो गया BC by DC. बोर हो रहा है? बोर हो रहा है? Okay, थोड़ा ज्योमेट्री, थोड़ा और. If anyone is getting bored, please raise from your seats. थोड़ा jump कर ले. All that boredom will be gone. ठीक है. So back to your seats. We'll continue. I का वैल्यू मिल गया. बस. R का वैल्यू कैसे? देख ले. If you consider triangle D, B, E. What is a triangle? Triangle D, B, E. Exterior angle is beta. That will be equal to the sum of interior angles, that is R plus gamma. R plus gamma. We want R. So R is equal to, we'll write here, R is equal to beta minus gamma. Isn't it? What is beta minus gamma? Jaldi bata, jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Beta is BC by DC. BC by DC minus gamma कहाँ है? हाँ, BC divided by CE. बस हो गया तो हो गया. अरे बाप रे, I का वैल्यू भी मिल गया, R का वैल्यू भी मिल गया. Now just we need to substitute in this equation of N1I is equal to N2R. बस करेगा है ना, और क्या. So I think it will be better if we substitute in the next page. Okay, so we have to substitute for N1I is equal to N2R. N1 into I का formula. What is I? What is I? What is I? BC by AC, BC by DC. BC by AC plus BC divided by DC is equal to N2. Bas, N2 into R. R. We already have BC by DC, BC by CE. Okay, going back. BC by DC, BC by DC minus BC by अरे बाप रे, फिर भी भूल गया. BC by C. Okay, ठीक है, C हो गया. So what is common here in the right hand side and left hand side of the equation? Common is yes, BC. कर सकता है क्या? हाँ, cancel कर सकता है. Now after cancelling BC, हम what we have, N1 by AC, N1 by DC, N1 by DC, and N2 by DC and by CE, right? So what I'm going to do is N1 by AC, I'm going to write it here. This N2 by CE, hai na? I'm going to take it to the left. So this will be plus N2 by CE. Then you have N2 by DC and N1 by DC. So once you take it to the left, this is N2 minus N1 divided by DC. Ho gaya, bas, nothing is left, right? Don't look into this equation. Now we have to substitute for AC, CE and DC. Okay, so going back, what is AC? What is AC? The object distance U. And how the distance has to be measured? The distance has to be measured towards left. So the distance towards left is negative. So for AC we have to substitute as minus U with M1 plus N2 divided by CE. CE क्या है? CE, the distance to the image towards right is the calculation. So हो जाएगा positive V. N2 minus N1 divided by last. हो गया. ये आ गया. कहाँ गया? हाँ. This is a DC. DC is equal to what? The radius, that is also positive. Okay, so this is the final equation for finding out the distance to the image, right? If you are having object distance as U and the radius of curvature of the curved surface is R. Final formula is N2 by V minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 by R. I know that थोड़ा ज्योमेट्री ज़्यादा था, but फिर भी समझ में आ गया तो अच्छे से मुस्कुरा ले. Give me an amazing smile. Yes, everybody was giving me plus R, minus R. Very good, very good. I'm loving that you all are keeping up the energy of the classroom. बहुत बढ़िया बात है. Yes. You never loved maths. I only loved tables, square roots and cube roots. ठीक है, अच्छे से पढ़ ले because without maths, physics cannot be completed. Okay, so make sure of it. Palak, Bharat, after a very long time, आ गया तो आ गया, समझ तो आ गया, अच्छे से समझ में आ गया with a smile. ठीक है. So now every one of you can find out the image that is formed, right? If the line of separation between two mediums of refractive index N1 and N2 are curved, right? Formula, repeat after me and by heart it please. N2 by V minus N1 by U equal to N2 minus N1 by R. Once again, repeat after me and by heart it after within the class itself. Again, N2 by V minus N1 by U equals N2 minus N1 divided by R. Bus. Okay, good. Great, great, great. Priyam, welcome to the class. All my legends and warriors, give a huge amount of welcome to the new student Priyam. Priyam को स्वागत कर ले. Okay, so हमारा पास क्या बाकी है? We have to start doing the question. कर सकता है? By hearted, very good, very good, very good. मेंटी आज नहीं है, मेंटी तो फ्राइडे. डंडनाडन और क्या डंडनाडन, बढ़िया बात. Let's start doing the question, and this is direct. I'm sorry. This is a direct question. This question will help you how to make use of the formula which we have learned just now. ठीक है, देख ले. Find out the position of the image. ठीक, मतलब V has to be found out. ठीक है, करेगा हम, बिल्कुल करेगा. And draw the appropriate diagram. U equal to 30. Diagram तो you all know how to do it. I'm leaving the drawing diagram part to you. Exactly the same as what we have done in the previous page. Bus. U is 30, R is plus 10. So how will you find out? क्या image? Formula N2 by V minus N1 by U equals N2 minus N1 by R. Bus. If you know this formula, done. और कुछ नहीं करना. N2, refractive index of the second medium. How much is it? 1.5. That is 3 by 2. V minus. What is refractive index of the first? Nothing is given. So we have to assume that it is air of 1 by, what is object distance? 30. You all know the sign conversion, right? You always have to start the measurement from the center of the curved surface, and it is moving towards left. And which direction is considered as positive? Whatever is the direction of initial light ray. Matlab, right is considered as positive here. So U is being measured towards left, so वो हो जाएगा negative. So this 30 comes with minus 30. N2 minus N1. N2 is 1.5 minus N1 is 1. So that is 0.5 by radius positive. Though it is, let's say if it is not given as plus 10, how will you find whether it is plus radius or negative radius? Find the radius. How will you find the radius of the curved surface? You have to start from the middle, and and you have to move towards the center. While moving towards center, you are moving towards right in the direction of light ray. So वो हो जाएगा positive. So even if it is not being specified in the question as positive, you must be able to understand and figure out whether it is positive or negative. ठीक है, तो कर दिया. अरे तो हो गया. तो क्या करना है? So 3 by 2V is equal to 0.5 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 10 is 1 by 20. Minus minus plus. If it go to the right, minus 1 by 30. हो गया. I don't think you need my help anymore. 30 minus 20, 10. 20 into this is 600. This is 3 by 2V. So क्या करना है? 0 0 cancel हो जाएगा. So V is equal to 3 into 60 divided by 2. मतलब 60 by 2 is 30. 30 into 3 is 90. Plus or minus? plus. So where can I find the image? Almost here, 90 centimeter we can find image. बस tell me, समझ में आ गया क्या? How to substitute the values and get the image in the case of a curved surface? है ना? बिल्कुल. हाँ, many of you are giving me the answer before me. बढ़िया बात है. Anna. Super. Palak. Super. Great. So keep up the energy like this. Keep learning like this. Obviously, you are going to top in your classes. Palak, very good. Mera plus classes will start from October 1st onwards, I'll tell you. Okay. Easy question tha, obviously. This was an easy question. A direct question, let's say, so that you can understand how to substitute it. Okay, so Anna, Priya, everyone. Clear है? Clear है तो क्या करना है? मुस्कुरा ले और आगे बढ़ा ले. आगे बढ़ाओ. आगे बढ़ाओ. आगे बढ़ाओ. Next question. This is also the same kind of question, but anyway, we will see how to deal with this question. By looking at the question, you are feeling like, अरे बाप रे, ये तो मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा. Is anyone thinking that like this? अरे हो पाएगा, सच में सब कुछ हो जाएगा. You should be having the smile and your confidence. बस. The slab of a material of refractive index 2 given. Okay. Shown in figure has a curved surface APB of radius of curvature 10 and a plane surface CD. Here you can see on the left of APB is air. Here this is air. So refractive index N is equal to 1. And on the right side of CD is water with refractive index of 4/3. An object O is placed at a distance of 15 centimeter from pole. So from the pole, we are keeping an object 15 centimeter, right? So ध्यान से देख ले. Now the object is not kept on left, on the right. So here it is on the denser medium. You can see it's in a medium where refractive index is more. So keep in mind everything what we have learned. Don't make any mistake, obviously. The distance of the final image of O from P, what is the distance of the image as viewed from the left? Matlab, if you are looking from here to this object, where can I find the image? So what happens if you are looking from the left hand side? The light ray will start coming from the object. Light ray will come. So now the light ray has to move from where to where? Denser hai ye, to a rarer medium. है ना? When it moves from denser to rarer, क्या हो जाएगा? It will be bending away from the normal. मतलब, instead of going straight like this, it will bend away from here. Now, another light ray, you can take it as this, passing along C, will be moving without any deviation. है ना? So you can see that it is actually bending, right? So I don't want you to get confused here. Let me make a small change so that you won't be having any confusion, right? Okay, it is bending away, matlab ऐसे, thoda bending away. So in the real part, can you find out the image is actually meeting or the light ray is actually meeting? No. So can you have a real image here? No. So we can only have what kind of an image? We can only have a virtual image. Matlab, somewhere around here we can find out the image. So first let us find out this particular image formed when it travels through this curved surface. For that formula क्या use करना है? सबको पता है, N2 by V minus N1 by U equal to N2 minus N1 divided by R. Okay. Now let us make everything so clear. N1 means the refractive index of the first medium where object is kept. N2 means to wherever the light rays are going. This is N2. I marked N1 and N2. N1 is 2, N2 is 1. ठीक है. फिर क्या है? What is the direction of positive? What is the direction of positive? Whatever is the direction of the light ray passing, incident light ray, it is moving towards left. So can you see? This is the incident light ray. It is moving towards the left. So that direction is considered as positive. Bas. Now start putting the values. N2, refractive index of second medium by V, which you don't know, minus N1, 2 by U, object distance. What is the distance to the object? O is placed at a distance of 15. ठीक है. Now tell me positive or negative. ये positive हो जाएगा या negative हो जाएगा? जल्दी. इसका value tell me, अच्छे से देख बता दे. What will be the value with the sign for object distance? Positive or negative? Very important. Before you telling me the answer, I'm not going to proceed. Before you telling me the answer, may bilkul nahi, I won't proceed again further. Very good, Palak. Negative. Very good. Yes, Priyam Kumar, bahut badhiya, it is negative. Kyun? Because for measuring the distance to the object, you have to travel towards left from the pole. All measurements are taken from pole. You have to travel towards left. Which was sorry. We have to move towards right. Arey, direction to bhul gaya mera. ठीक है. So for finding out the distance to the object, we have to travel toward the right. Opposite to left. Left was positive. So if you are traveling towards right, वो हो जाएगा negative. So 15 with a negative. N2 minus N1. N2 minus N1. N2 कितना है? 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 by R. R कितना है? 10. Plus or negative. How will you measure? By traveling towards right. Opposite to left. So ये भी negative. बस हो गया. उत्तर तो हो गया. 1 by V. Minus minus will become plus. So if this go to the right, minus 2 by 15. This plus go to right, minus. 1 minus 2 is a minus 1 by minus 10. It is 1 by 10. Okay, I think the answer is done. We can convert this 15 minus 20. That is 15 minus 20 is minus 5 divided by 150. Okay, so this goes up. So V is equal to minus 150 divided by 5, which is minus 30. Which means somewhere around here, the image will be formed. Is there any effect for the presence of water here? No. Kyun? Kyun nahi? Why there is no effect for the presence of water here in the final image formation? Because after the first refraction, right, the light rays are getting emerged out. It is not passing through the surface. If it is not passing, there will not be any effect on the image formed. Hai ya nahi? With a smiling face, tell me. Nahi. Understood? So this is not going to produce any effect. So whatever is the final image formed after the refraction from curved surface, that itself is the final image formed, which is minus 30. Badhiya. Okay, हो गया. अरे, everyone is super fast than me. मैं इतना slow है क्या to do while doing mathematics? We have Palak with the answer, Anna with the answer, Vaishnavi with the answer. Good. Super. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. Okay, so yes. वैष्णवी मैं बिल्कुल स्लो है क्या? अरे मेरा तो मैथमेटिक्स इम्प्रूव करना पड़ेगा फिर. करेगा, कोई बात नहीं. Okay. Yes. Now it's time for what? अभी टाइम आ गया हमको लेंस के बारे में पढ़ने के लिए. Lenses which you use in your cameras, in different places you can see the lenses, है ना? So it is about the lenses we are going to learn about now. I know what all your thoughts is. Sir, we already have learned so much of formula, so much of things. Is lens going to put extra effort on us or extra make the topic even harder? बिल्कुल नहीं. This is actually, this lens है ना, it is actually a continuation for the refraction at the spherical surface. But here the only difference is, in the previous case there was refraction only at one curved surface, right? So here lens is actually the combination of two curved surface, or let's say here in lens refraction will be happening at two surfaces simultaneously. ठीक है? So that is the only difference from what we have learned just now and what we are going to learn with lens. Refraction at two surfaces simultaneously, where before the final image is formed is actually happening with a lens. So if anyone is having a doubt on it, I'll just show you this. है ना, मेरा duty है. I'll show you with a common lens you might be knowing. Which is a common lens you might be knowing? ये वाला lens, है ना? There is a curvature on the left hand side and a curvature on the right hand side. Together it makes our lens. ये lens का नाम किसी को पता है क्या? How the curvature is? It is bulged outside. So ये हो जाएगा convex. As either sides are convex, we will call it by the name of bi. Bi means two sides convex lens. What was I telling? This lens, it is simply a continuation of what we have learned till now. Matlab, the refraction at the spherical surface. Let's see how, है ना? देख ले. Let's say we have our object here. The light ray from the object will reach. What will happen? Yes, the refraction will happen and it will be bending toward the normal. ऐसे. Again what happens? The refraction happens at the second surface before the final image is being formed. So I was not telling you how the image is actually formed. I was telling you regarding the lens. Here the refraction happens at a two surface. That is the only difference. ठीक है? Fine. Now क्या करने वाले हम? Before we proceed further with the image formation and everything, you must be knowing about some of the terms related to this lens. क्या है? There are some terms related to this lens which you must be very thorough with, right? First we will make that happen, और फिर करेगा क्या? फिर then we'll be talking about the image formation. हाँ, ठीक है? Ready? Steady? Go. Let's go. We all know that usually the lens is having two spherical surfaces. Yes or no? Yes, bilkul. Each of this spherical surface shouldn't be that a part of the entire sphere. Yes. So this spherical part है ना, this curved part will be a part of an entire big sphere, which will be having its own center. We call it as the center of curvature, will be having its own radius r1. Can you see the second surface? That will also be a part of another sphere. Yes or no? Yes. And that will also be having what? That will also be having its own center C2. And that will also be having its own radius R2. So for a curved lens, it will be associated with two centers and two different radius. And the line passing through all these centers, we call it by the name of, इसका नाम क्या है? Principal axis, like we already have learned. Then, can you see the center? What do we call the center in mirrors? You all know, right? Okay, so here we call it by the name of optic center. इसका नाम क्या है? Optic center. Whereas in mirrors it was poles, right? So here exactly the center between the bulging, we call it the name of optic center, right? So these are the terms which you should be knowing for the time being. कर सकता है by heart? कर सकता है by heart? बिल्कुल 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 बिल्कुल. Optical center, right? Very good. Then now we should be able to name the lenses, because in this world there you can see so many lenses. बहुत सारा lenses है. So let us see how can we actually name different kinds of lenses. ये lens का नाम क्या है? We already know this is biconvex lens. मतलब if the end parts are pointed, if the end parts are pointed, उसका नाम होता है convex lens. ठीक है. Now tell me this. इसका नाम क्या है? Concave and concave. So this will be having the name of biconcave lens. So this is concave lens, and for concave lens you can see that the end points are wider. So if the end points are wider, we call it by the name of concave, and if the end points are pointed, we call it by the name of convex. Okay. Now tell me, what will be this? What will you call this particular lens as? कोई नाम है क्या? नाम है तो बता जल्दी. Is there any name for that special lens I have drawn? As I have told you, if it is pointed, the final will be what lens? Convex. Right? If it is pointed, it is going to be a convex. But along with the convex, it is also having one concave side. Anna, can you see this concave? So the name is concavo-convex. नाम है इसका? Yes, concavo-convex. The final will tell you the what kind of a lens it is. So you can see here it is pointed, so it is convex. As there is one concave part, so it is concavo-convex. And what about this? Pointed, so it is convex. If it is pointed, it is convex. And what is one of its surface? It's plane. So this is plano-convex. Actually it is a convex, but one side is plano, so it is plano-convex. Understood? Similarly, आ जाइए, आ जाइए, आ जाइए. So ये lens, what will be this particular lens will be? What do you have to do? Look whether it is pointed or wider. It is wider, so it is concave. Okay, it is concave. Okay, we can't write there actually on the board. So it is concave. But along with the concave part, we also have one surface as convex. So convexo-concave. Simple, Hannah. And what about this? It is wider, so it is concave. One of the surface is plane. Bas. Okay. So whenever someone is asking you to name the lens, क्या देखना उसका? Lens का क्या देखना है? हाँ, देख ले whether it is pointed or bulged. Pointed, convex. Bulged, concave. बस. This is how you name the lenses. So अब समझ में आ गया how to name the lenses? ठीक है. Now how many of you have here? I think you all have learned this regarding lenses, which only the initial part. In 12th standard, we are going to go deeper with the lenses and refraction, so it is going to be a bit difficult. Let's say you already have learned, I know that, but थोड़ा difficult हो जाएगा इधर. But before making the concept difficult and things like that, let me ask you, have you all understood the naming of this particular lens? I look into the chat box. Tell me. जल्दी से बता, जल्दी से बता. Is it clear? Yes, Priyam Kumar. Very good. Priyam Kumar is full of energy. Okay, you have learned in your छोटू classes, है ना पलक? हाँ, बिल्कुल छोटू classes में आप पढ़ लिया है. So regarding the lenses. Now, do you remember convex lenses were called as converging lenses? Concave lenses were called as diverging lenses. What was the reason? The simple reason was the rays, Anna, after passing through convex will be converged. That's why it is called as converging lens. But there is no point of by hearting physics. Physics mat by heart कीजिए. I have already told you, right? So let us understand why the convex lens is actually acting as a converging lens. Okay, so you are having a parallel light ray. So this is let's say this is a material made up of a denser medium compared to the atmosphere. So what happens when it moves from rarer to denser? It will be bending toward the normal. Normal kaise? How can I draw the normal? First, mark the center of the first surface somewhere around here. So you have to draw the normal to the point. Kiya, है ना? So after this light ray, when it moves from rarer to denser, क्या? Bend हो जाएगा किधर? नीचे या ऊपर? किधर किधर किधर? It will be bending toward the normal. मतलब we'll use some other color so that it won't be giving you any confusion. It will be bending towards the normal. ठीक है? Fair. Now it has reached the second surface. The light ray has to move from denser to rarer. How will it be moving? Bending away from the normal. पहले normal चाहिए. So let's say this is the second. उसका center. So the radius will be acting as the normal. So instead of going like this, it will be bending away from the normal. मतलब ऐसे. So here you can find out the image, and what has happened? A light ray which was parallel has now been converged. This happens where? In the convex lens. इसीलिए इसका नाम क्या है? हाँ, मुस्कुराकर बोल दे. समझ में आ गया ना? समझ में आ गया तो मुस्कुरा ले, बोल दे. हाँ, इसीलिए इसका नाम है converging. And if you try to find out the pattern of refraction in concave lens, how will it be? You will exactly find, if you draw the normal and find out, the same thing, right? The same thing. I think I don't need to draw and explain to you because you already know. How will it be happening? It will be bending away from the away, and then you will see that the light rays which are parallel passing through the concave lens, it will be ऐसे. It will be moving away from the normal. It will be bending away, or you will find that it is diverging. इसीलिए इसका नाम है, हाँ बिल्कुल, इसका नाम है diverging, उसका नाम है converging, मेरा नाम है अमीर. बस इधर तक समझ में आ गया क्या? हाँ बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया. ठीक है, और क्या बाकी है? और क्या बाकी है? Now we have to talk about the image formation by lenses. I think you already did this in 12th standard. ठीक है ना? अरे यार बाप रे, अभी you are in 12th standard. मतलब you are in, when you are in 10th standard कर दिया ना image formation. हाँ, और क्या, बिल्कुल. तो क्या करेगा हम? I'll just go a bit fast related to the image formation by lenses because you already did. So do you remember the laws related to the image formation by lenses? That just like what we have learned in mirrors, do you remember all the laws? याद कर रहा है? So don't worry, I'll just refresh your memory and do think and just try to think whether you do remember all these things or not. For a convex lens, those light rays which are parallel to the principal axis, after refraction will be passing through a point, right? And this point we call it as what? Very good. इसका नाम है focus, and the distance of this focus from the optical center is called as focal length. And what is the sign of focal length for a convex lens? Tell me, in which direction we have to measure? We have to measure toward the right, in the direction of the light ray. So focal length is positive here. So whenever the focal length comes as positive, or whenever someone tell you that it is a convex lens we are talking about, what should be the thought coming into your mind? Yes, its sign, है ना? Its sign is positive. याद कर ले, very much important, because whenever we apply in the formulas, whichever we are going to derive now. Okay, next. ये हो जाएगा हमारा concave lens, क्या हो जाएगा? If there is a parallel light rays, this will be diverging, but it appears to be diverging from a common point. So virtual focus आ जाएगा in concave lenses. So this is the focal length, right? And which direction we have to measure? Towards left. So ये हो जाएगा focal length with negative. Positive focal length for convex, negative focal length for concave. Padle and keep it in your memory and don't ever forget it. So okay, that is done. First rule is done, right? So parallel light rays of convex lens will be passing through the focus, and for concave it appears to be passing through the focus. First rule is done, and we also have discussed regarding what is focus, the sign of focus also in that same rule. बस और क्या है? A light ray which is passing through the focus, you know that focus is there on either side of the lens. This is not like a mirror, right? Because parallel light rays coming from here will be bending and converging at this point, and let's say that the parallel light rays are coming from here, it will be bending and converging here, which we call it as the same focus. So focus is there on either side of the lens. ठीक है. Now if there is a light ray passing through the focus, after refraction it will be parallel to the principal axis, just the reverse of what we have learned. And how will you apply the same for a concave? So ye focus, ye focus. So a light ray which passes through the focus, right, or appears to be passing through the focus. Ye, can you see? This is appearing to be passing through the focus. So what will happen? It will be bending and it will be parallel to the principal axis after refraction. ठीक है? Another important thing. Then one thing is common for both. Those light rays which is passing through optic center will be proceeding without any deviation. The same thing can be applied for concave also. Light ray which is passing through optic center for concave and convex will be passing without any deviation. Okay. Now what is left? The image formation. I don't think I have to ask you whether you have understood or not. Should I be asking you? प्लीज ड्रिंक वाटर. छोटू छोटू पानी पीजिए. अरे ठीक है, इतना प्यारा वाला बच्चों को कहाँ मिलेगा मुझे. So पी लिया. Understood? Okay. You can also start drawing the image formation in your notebooks. जल्दी से कर ले. हाँ पी रहा हूँ. हाँ वाटर तो पी लिया. वाटर तो पी लिया. ओके. अंडरस्टूड. अच्छे से समझ में आ गया. बिल्कुल. ओके. सो हम जा रहे हैं फॉर द इमेज फॉर्मेशन इन द लेंसेज. करेगा? अंडरस्टूड. बिल्कुल बढ़िया बात है बालक. सो ठीक है, कर ले. So do you remember the image formation in the case of concave mirror? Do you remember? Exactly the same will be the image formation in convex lens. Convex lens will be acting exactly like how the concave mirror has acted. You will understand right now. So we have an object at infinity. Okay, so let's say this is our convex. Light rays are coming. आ गया. So from the infinity parallel light rays comes. What happens? Yes, it will be converging at the point where image is formed. So where is the image formed? I is formed at where? Focus. Are the light rays meeting actually? Yes. So what kind of image we can expect? Real. We already know All real images are what? Inverted. As it is very chotu, we are not able to figure it out, but it will be an inverted image. And what about the size? देख ले, it is confined to a single point, so ये हो जाएगा इतना छोटू, बहुत छोटू, diminished, right? Yes, so it will be very, 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 very small for an object at infinity. Next, U. Beyond 2f. Okay, twice the focal length if you are keeping the object. Okay, how the image formation happens? देख ले. This is a focal length. This is 2 times the focal length. You are keeping the object just beyond twice the focal length. क्या हो जाएगा? क्या हो जाएगा? If you want to find out, you just have to draw the lines, है ना? Then only you'll understand what is going to happen. So कर ले. Use all the rules I have taught you. A parallel light ray will be passing through the focus. Okay. Which is another light ray you can take. I think it will be better to go for what? Let's say this is 2f. To passing through the optic center, right? So if you take a light ray passing through optic center, will be moving without any deviation. Light rays will be coinciding here where you can find the image, right? Properties. V is formed between f and 2f for an object beyond 2f, right? Don't you think this is exactly behaving like a concave mirror? Please do connect so that you don't have to learn the concept again and again. Okay, so yes, then image ka property, it is inverted. And is it real? Obviously, if images are inverted, it will be real only. And right, what about the size? Small. Okay, so these two things done. Shall we proceed? If you want to note it down, jaldi se note down kar le. Note down, note down. I have actually moved from the screen also so that you can completely note down. Kar diya? Shall we proceed? Okay. बोल दे okay sir. हाँ sir. Okay. Next. हमारा साथ है, क्या है हमारा साथ? हमारा साथ है convex. Convex है तो focal length भी twice the focal length भी हो जाएगा. I'm keeping the object at 2f. क्या हो जाएगा भी? देख ले. Draw the light rays. Parallel will be passing through focus. Then let us take another light ray passing through optic center. After passing through optic center, you can see that where is the image formed? Wherever both of them are intersecting each other. ये कहाँ हो रहा है? Exactly at. V is formed at 2f. Properties. Are they real? Yes. Is it inverted? हाँ बिल्कुल sir, बिल्कुल. बोल दे हाँ sir, बिल्कुल. Then size. ये भी size same हो जाएगा. बस. Compare it with what? Concave mirror. कर रहे हैं ना आप लोग? कर रहे हैं ना? हाँ तो कर ले. अच्छे से कर ले. Very important. Now moving on. Now where we have to keep? Convex. कहाँ कहाँ है? बाकी है. F and 2F. कर दिया? हाँ. Then how will you find the image formation? अरे same है. Just because everything is given in your NCERT textbook, we are doing. I know that you already have done your 10th standard. That's why I'm moving a bit faster. ठीक है. Parallel passes through focus. अरे. Parallel passes through focus. Passing through optic center. Without any deviation, it will go, and you can see the light rays are meeting beyond 2f. है ना? And properties, real R and inverted I, and it will be magnified. मतलब क्या है? साइज ज्यादा हो जाएगा. ओके, ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज लेफ्ट? अरे दो और कंडीशन बाकी है, वो तो करेगा. अगेन, अरे ड्रॉ करके मेरा हाथ भी थक गया. ठीक है, F2F. बस अभी क्या बाकी है? ओके, नाउ वी हैव टू कीप ऑन F. How was the image formation happening if you keep the object on focus of a concave mirror? हाँ, image was formed at infinity. So इधर भी infinity में ही हो जाएगा. You can compare and learn. So take one of the light ray passing parallel. After refraction will be passing through focus. Taking one passing through optic. What you can see? Parallel. The light rays are parallel, which we assume that they are going to move parallel and meet at infinity. मतलब image is formed where? At infinity. Properties will be real and inverted, and this will be highly magnified. Okay, how many are left? बस एक. हो गया तो हो गया. Again, हाँ, convex. F. Object is kept between where and where? Between focus and optic center. Image formation parallel passing through focus. Optic without any deviation. Are the light rays going to meet in real? नहीं. क्यों? क्यों नहीं? क्यों नहीं भाई? है ना? क्यों नहीं भाई? क्यों नहीं sir? क्योंकि they are diverging. So we can assume that, or we can see that if we extrapolate these two light rays refracted, they are meeting virtually. So क्या? What kind of an image can be obtained? हाँ, मिल जाएगा हमको a virtual image. बस. And virtual images are always erect. And where is image formed? On same side, right? Virtual image है, erect है, and size is magnified. बस हो गया हमारा काम, है ना? हाँ, बोल दे हाँ सर, हाँ, हो गया काम, हो गया काम. हो गया काम, है ना? तो कोई डाउट है तो पूछ ले. I don't think you will be having any doubts. So these are things which you already have done in your 11th standard. What is left? Concave भी बाकी है ना? So concave भी कर लूँ, concave भी कर लूँ. Okay, so then we can wind up today's session. ठीक है, आ गया तो आ गया है ना? ठीक है, एनर्जी भी वापस आना चाहिए. 2 more figures बस. I know it's 11:10 but still थोड़ा एनर्जी ले ले. हाँ, take a deep breath like Ameer sir and take in all the air inside, all your energy inside. Okay, so 2 more figure बस. Okay, so करेगा करेगा करेगा, बिल्कुल करेगा. थोड़ी ना आपका नाम रखा है लेजेंड्स, है ना? सो लेजेंड्स को चाहिए फुल एनर्जी, फुल पावर. Okay, now this is our concave, right? And first let us take object at infinity. Okay, so we have an object at infinity. So how the light rays will be coming? Light rays will be coming parallel, and we all know this will be diverging in, and it appears to be meeting at a point, and this point का नाम है focus, which simply means after the light rays diverges passing through the concave, it is assumed to be meeting at the focus. मतलब where can I find the image in this case? Very bilkul, in the case of concave, we will be having an image formed. What kind of image? Virtual image, because light rays are not meeting actually. They are assumed to be meeting at a point called as focus. So, right at focus. Then, properties, obviously they are virtual. All virtual are erect and size chotu sa munnu है ना, chotu sa munnu, chotu sa munnu, small है na 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 na. और क्या, from which movie it was, पता नहीं, ऐसे ही आ गया मेरे अंदर से. Okay, so if it was at infinity, the image is formed at focus. Let's say the object is kept at any other point than infinity. Let's see how the image can be formed. So let us take one of the light ray. It will be diverging and it is assumed to be converge at the point of focus. This is one of the light ray. Take another light ray for finding out the point of convergence of both the light rays, where then we can find the image formation, right? So I'm going to take the light ray passing through optic center, will be moving without any deviation. Where is it meeting? Here. So what will be here? We'll be having an image formed here. Are the light rays actually meeting? देख ले, light rays are diverging after refraction, but you can see that they are meeting here at a virtual point. So what kind of an image? Image is virtual. And how it is? It is erect. Other chotu hai na, small or diminished you can say. Then where? Between focus and optic center. Bas. This is all enough for today's class. Okay, and we'll be continuing in tomorrow's class. Bas. I know that इधर तक सबको आता है नहीं आता है इधर तक सबको आता है या नहीं आता है? I think most of these concepts which we have discussed will be known to you, है ना? Salute to your hard work. I really appreciate you, sir, for your tremendous job. अरे बाप रे, यही काफी है, right? Giving all these amazing comments and love from all of you students. इससे ज़्यादा मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, ठीक है? बिल्कुल, थोड़ा पैसे भी मिल जाएगा Unacademy से, but फिर भी, okay, it's not, the life is not about having money and making money, right? It's also having some smiles and putting smiles on other faces. Okay, so thank you. So क्या करना है आप लोगों को? इधर तक रिवाइज करेगा अच्छे से प्लीज प्लीज. ओके, मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपसे रिवाइज कर ले so that we can learn this topic along with me and you won't be having any further issues and all the questions from this particular part you can ऐसे कर सकता है. Sir, I love your teaching. अरे बाप रे, आज बहुत सारा कमेंट्स है, अच्छा वाला कमेंट्स है ना. थैंक यू सो मच. ओके, रिविजन करेगा ना? वी फॉर विक्ट्री फ्रॉम एवरीवन. सो कर ले, अच्छे से कर ले व्हेन यू प्रॉमिस मी. सो शैल वी ऑल मीट टुमारोज क्लास एट एग्जैक्टली 10 PM? एग्जैक्टली 10 PM हम विल बी मीटिंग एंड विल बी कंटिन्यूइंग विद दिस. ओके, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. सो रेस्ट ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स, lens makers formula, image formation, everything we'll be discussing in tomorrow's class. Tell me, how many of you want to revise electrostatics? So tomorrow there is a class, a special class from me at 5 PM. Special classes happen where? In the Unacademy learning app. Is it paid? No, it is completely free. So those who are new to this special classes, what you have to do, if you haven't downloaded Unacademy learning app, jaldi se download kar le. Log into the app and click on the special menu which you can see on the top left corner and click on special. Then you search for the chapter which I'll be handling tomorrow, which is electrostatics, and the specific topic is electric potential. What is the topic? Electric potential at 5 PM. Don't forget, we have to do the revision. It is a revision class for this particular topic. So it will be a great thing for every one of you. And the unlock code, the code you have to use is AMB10. ठीक है? बढ़िया. So don't forget to come for my special class tomorrow at 5 p.m. सब आ जाएगा है ना? Sir, आपका कौन सा phone है? So this is now everyone's doubt. Me after telling that there is a special class at 5 o'clock, me after giving this much of voice है ना, बोल के मैं तक्कर में I am just looking at the chat box and someone is asking sir आपका phone क्या है? I am like मैं ये सब explain किया इसी के लिए क्या? Yeah, thank you so much, Anna. So these are the amazing features about special classes. And like I already told you, if you make the subscription right now, you can actually save 25,000 rupees almost. And the code you have to use is AMB10. Use kar le, don't forget. So those who haven't shown love towards Ameer sir, है ना? And those who haven't shown some love towards Ameer sir and toward physics, jaldi se kar le, click on that like button and do let me know that you're enjoying the classes. So thank you so much. Good night everyone. Good night folks. Good night everyone in the classroom. Anna, Akar Masti, Miara, Arpit, Palak, Saumya. Bye everyone. Good night. See you all in next class. Good night.